as we approach the short qualifying now. Everybody's readying up, so we'll just wait for everyone to ready up. I'm in game chat. I didn't realise. Sorry about that. I made a mistake. I'm in game chat. Just bear with me a sec, folk. I forgot to create myself a little party. Apologies about that. That'll never happen again because I wasn't prepared this time because I had to keep an eye out for some things, really important things going on. So sorry I wasn't prepared for it. But I'm in the party now, so you won't hear me in game chat. Hello V8 Field, how are you, mate? How you doing? Yeah, so you heard, if not, you heard about the news, most of you, about the Chinese Grand Prix will be postponed, so we don't know when it is, due to the coronavirus, which is happening right now, which is quite worldwide, and it's raining in the Chinese Grand Prix, so this will be interesting. So let's see. Oh, why is people on the? He's on the soft, so I don't think it's wet enough for the inters yet. I've been in these type of sessions before where it is raining, but on the dry tyres because it's not wet enough. So, think about it, if it's going to be like, if the rain gets worse, they might as well set their lap time now as quick as possible. But I don't have the weather information in front of me, so I have no idea what's going to happen. Most people have opted to go to the hards and mediums, so this is quite interesting. So I wonder if this race will, or this qualifying session, shall I say, will dry up, or is it just a little bit of rain at this period in time? And now you can see Mercedes coming out of the pits. That'll be Alex coming out of his box, and there's McLaren out of the pits as well. So we've got on board with McLaren, who is coming out of the pits, which is tricky. On those soft tyres. Now there's a little bit of rain on the track, but not enough for the intermediate tyres to affect. I did see one driver switch over to the inters, which, oh, he's back on the inters, so Laurie Quee has gone onto the intermediate tyres, and look at him slipping and sliding through the first corner already. Oh no, oh, sliders, yeah, I think he's definitely inter. So I think some drivers in the pits might want to watch this to judge whether to go to the inters, because he is slipping and sliding everywhere, and he's on the softest compound as well. So drivers like Chris, who's on the mediums, could be really, really struggling as he's on the moderate tyre, and they take longer to heat up. People on the hards, like Wolf, he's definitely going to struggle. So if I thought he was going to spin there, but back on board with Pricky then. We've got some comment sections coming in. I am Safai. Yeah, so he is really, really struggling. He's going to have to experiment with the throttle, how much throttle he can take throughout these corners before spinning. He looks like he's on medium traction control. So this is a mixed qualifying session then. I've seen it before in a race. I've not seen it in a qualifying session where people are having to start on go on the dry tyres in a wet session. But I'm just wondering if the weather will improve or not, because if it gets worse later in the session, this is the time where you have to set your lap time, and you can see the left hand side of your leaderboard, there is people still in the pits. So I just wonder if they're waiting if the track's going to get better, because if the track's going to get worse, they should really come out now and have the opportunity to set a decent lap time before the inters have to make an impact. He's got wide. Has the McLaren driver. He'll be the first one to set the lap time, while the rest of the people were watching the pit lane to see what he does. There is yellow flags in sector 3. That's a Toro Rosso, that's Mercedes actually. He's made a mistake in the long right-hander downhill bank. So he's on the hard, so I expect that to happen. Who was on that lap? It was Pricky on the lap. Oh! Laurie Cree has spun, but thankfully not hit anybody. Oh, Pricky's absolutely struggling to turn 3 and 4. China itself is quite a difficult track, especially with the traction. You don't want to get that wrong. So what is the lap time? A 27.8, and he's gone wide to turn 5. Now this is going to be the most difficult part of the track. It is difficult, and especially with you lose your rhythm around this part of the track, but not doing too bad. He is slipping and sliding, but that's expected to be, despite these conditions. Oh, he's gone wide, but is that enough to cause an invalidation? He's still going as we come towards turn 11, 101.6. Now he's about 8 seconds off the actual pace, but It is difficult, especially around this track. He's going to be slipping and sliding, experimenting with the throttle. He managed to survive through turn 12 and 13. Now he's on the long straight. DRS is still enabled, so that indicates that the weather is still good enough for these set of tyres and these yellow flags. As we approach turn 14 into first gear, and we've got a car off the track. That's a McLaren? I don't know which one. Oh, obviously it's DB Racing because we're on board with this McLaren. Oh, he's gone wide, and this will be a 1:46.8, so he currently sets the quickest lap time. Interestingly, Alex has gone on the inters, or opted to go on the inters. He's not out on track yet. Let's see who's on a lap. Oh, yellow flags, that's Houseburn. He's done on Lewis Hamilton. And a past the Maldonado. He's crashed into the wall. Joey Games, he's on the hard tyres. Now he's done a 103.1 through the middle sector. His teammate's sliding through turn 12 and 13, the most difficult part of the track. Half throttle to minimise that wheel spin and not put too much input on the rear tyres because they can't take it, especially on these hards and the conditions. Fortunately, his teammate did crash into him and he got out of the way just in time. So we approach the heavy braking zone down into turn 14, bring it down into first gear to get the extra rotation of the car, but he stays in second. Now just be careful on the throttle. Oh, his teammate spins and he spins himself. Wow, half spun himself. And there's a racing point in the background. Let's see if that racing point is on his lap or not. The Smoking Bandit's coming out of the pits on the hard tyres. Boy's coming to the pits, so he won't be finishing that lap. Alex, interesting, he's on the inters, the only driver to opt to go on the inters, so is that the right choice? But apparently DRS is still enabled. No one, everyone's come back to the pits, literally everybody, so there's only one lap time on the board, and that's from Pricky. Has Pricky made the right decision to go on those softs very early? Because the rest of the drivers are on the mediums and hards. Maybe if he's going to be dry in the race, I think he's going to be a dry race, you know, because look at the people opting to go on the mediums or hards. That's what the usual strategy is, mediums to hards. It is a one stop, but if you go to two stop, that's a definite two stop. So Pricky's got an advantage, the only driver to set a lap time in his qualified session. Chris and Alex on our lap, but I want to go on board with Alex because he's going to, DRS is still enabled for him. On the inter tyres, I thought it was disabled for the inters, but anyways, we'll go on board with him. Let's see if he struggles through the first, second, third, fourth corner. Right, swing your car after the 50-metre board. It would have let the engine do the braking. Oh, he's sliding. There he is. He managed to stay on track though. Let the engine do the braking for this part. This is a very tricky, difficult section, turn 3-4, as we come into turn 5. Let's see what the first set is like. A 28.1. Apparently he's gone purple in the first set as we approach turn 6. He managed to make the apex unlike Pricky did. This could be so difficult. Turn 7 and 8. Not too bad it looks. And there's yellows to sector 3. Is that a Ferrari? Yeah, it is. I think he's slowing down. So Alex is the only driver on the inters. I bet the rest of them have gone into the pits and he managed to clip the curb or get onto the grass. Oh, he's oversteered off the track and he's put too much throttle input through that corner. And that's his lap ruin. So 103.8 now, 103.5, sorry. That, interestingly, Jory Games actually did a 3.1 on the hard. So he's backed off this lap as Alex. Boy's on his outlap on the medium tyres, so is Chris. Yellow's down in sector 3, that is Chris causing him. Ready to start his flying lap. Will this rain get worse or will it stay the same for the whole session? But anyways, we approach the final corner. Careful on the throttle as you go. The DRS is activated and off we go for a flying lap. On board with Chris then. After the 50-metre board you turn in, let the engine do the braking of this part. Turn 1 which connects with turn 2. And down into turn 3 and 4. Not too bad. Down into first gear to extra rotation, but you need to be careful at the exit of turn 4, which he does be because too much throttle will cause a spin. Brake at the 100-metre board, purple on the first sector, down into first gear, half throttle on the exit, beautiful exit from Chris. It looks like it stopped raining now, so 9 minutes left of the session. Alex did take a good gamble, but now the rain has disappeared and it will be a slippy track still. Now if Pricky wants to start on the mediums, he can, because it's stopped raining and the time will improve, so he's got that option to start on the mediums, or unless he wants to continue on his soft one. But I don't know what the weather's going to be like in the race. What is that weather? Got a good toe off the Alfa Romeo, who kept nicely out the way for him. Finley set the fastest lap, his teammates set the fastest lap, a 39.0. The Smoking Bandit was in second place on their hards. So on their hard run, as Chris comes round through the final corner, and it will be in a 38, I bet. It's a 38.2, so he's 8 tenths quicker than his teammate in second place. So the fast times are starting to come in now, so Pricky's opportunities are started to open up, because I prefer doing a 1-stop instead of a 2-stop. 2-stop, I don't know what he would do, whether it's soft mediums or soft medium or soft medium hard, I don't know, but it is a medium to hard strategy, which is the fastest way. The people on the softs will probably put on lap 4 or 5, because tyre wear is a massive issue around here. On board with Boy, can he go quicker? Yes he can, it's a 37.9. He's 3 tenths quicker than Chris in second place. Alright then, so let's see who's on a lap. The Smoking Bandit's just completed his lap. Yellows is set to 2 and 3. That's Williams and Vettel close together for some reason. Right, Wolf is on the hards and Alex is on the mediums. So Kefman, he's on the softs. So is he trying to get track position? Pricky's on his outlap and he's gone onto the soft tyre, so he wants to continue with this strategy. And we'll see what Kefman does. Will he go faster? So he's already run out of EOS though. And the Smoking Bandit, Joey Gaze goes quickest. We're on the Toro Rosso. On the soft, shall I say, not on the Toro Rosso. Where will Kefman put himself? It's a 35.7 and he ports himself into second place. So Jory is gone 1.6 seconds quicker than Kefman in second place. That's a good lap time from Jory. Timmins is in third place. That's a good lap time from Timmins on the hards actually. The Smoking Bandit, his teammate, did 2 laps on the hards, which I noticed, and there's yellow flags set to 1. And Chris, is he starting his lap? Yes he is. Laurie's got into 4th place. It's a 36.6. On board with Chris then as he approaches turn 1. Very easy to go out wide in turn 1. I struggle with turn 1 the mostly, even though it's the most critical part, and that's yellow flags because of the racing point going slow to get out of the way for people. I love the mini-map because I know where the incidents are happening. And Houseman's gone into 1st place. Look at the lap time, it's a 33.8. That's a good lap time from Houseman on the mediums as well. Got so much oversteer wheel spin, shall I say, out of turn 6, coming through turn 7 and turn 7 and 8. Sorry, I need to remember the track names. Corners. Coming through turn 9 and turn 10, and Knockgobmeister has gone quickest at 31.9. So as you can see, and Wolf has got it to second place. It's a 33.7. So a 31.9. Jory's gone to second place. It's a 32.7. So it's a AlphaTauri 1-2. Wolf is in second place, so both Toro Rossos are on the soft strategy. So go for that 2-stop, because I can't imagine him doing a soft to hard strategy. It'll be too. And he gets a nice slipstream off the Alfa Romeo in front of him. Alex has got him to 3rd place. Hope the Alfa Romeo gets out of the way. A bit sloppy on the exit of turn 14. That was a bit unnecessary for the Alfa Romeo to stay in the way for him, but let's see what he can do. And it's a 33.4 for Chris, and he puts me to 4th place, so a good lap time from him on the medium. So I wonder what the fastest time could be. I go on board with Demon Racing. He's one of those drivers not to set a lap time yet. Not doing too bad on this lap by the looks of it. He did get washed out a bit on turn 8. Pricky's gone quickest, so it's a 31.6 for the McLaren driver, while his McLaren teammate is doing the long alternate strategy on the hards. A 53.1 on the second sector. Needs to be really, really careful through here. On this bank, The earlier you are on the throttle, the more speed you'll get at the straight. Go to down into turn 14, there's a car in the way, hopefully he gets out of the way. 100-meter brake in, down into first gear to get the extra rotation of the car. Careful on the throttle! Yeah, I lost traction at the exit of turn 14. He is on the hards though. Not a lot of grip in it. And it's a 33.2. That's not a bad lap time actually. He's in 5th place, so good lap time for the McLaren driver. His teammates in pole position on the soft strategy. Who else is out there on the lap? It was Chris? No. Ryan Webb, he's in 9th place. I haven't talked about it yet. Boy, where's he doing? What's he doing? He's gone off the track. He's going to crash into the wall. What's he doing? Timmets and Kefman's on his outlap. Kefman's on the softs again. Timmets is on the mediums. His best lap time, Timmets, was on the hards. The Smoky Bandit's on his outlap. Finley, is he on the lap? I believe he is. Well, yeah, yes he is. So we'll stay on board with him at 52.5, and he's gone quickest in the middle sector so far. Going to keep this momentum through turn 12 and 13. Work your way up to the throttle, and onto straight we go. I believe AlphaTauri are yet to reveal their car. Who's just got into second place? Who's Pure Fantasies? That's a guy I talked about. A 32.5 medium tyres, so not bad lap time from him. And he's ahead of Jory, who was on the softs, and Alex. Finley, where will he put himself up into? It's going to be a 32 point. Where did he go? 32.8 behind Jory Games on the softs. Pure Fantasies though, what a good lap time from him. And he's the he's the highest medium starter, because interestingly, Navgosmeister has set his best lap time on the softs, but he's fitted a set of mediums on, so can he believe he can go quicker on a set of mediums? The track is evolving, by the way. Anything could happen at this moment in point. Pricky's going out for another out lap, and it will be his last lap. Will Navgosmeister come out? He has to come out right now if he wants to set a lap time. Jory Games, interesting guy to watch. He's on the soft tyres, and he's going to start his flying lap. Well, he's on his out lap right now. Finley, he's just set his lap time. He'll come back to the pits. Will that be his last lap time though, I wonder? Or I don't believe he'll do 2 laps on the medium tyres. If he will, we'll stick on board with that. Alex on his out lap. Demon Racing's in the pits, and that's it for Demon. He will start on the hards, so he's along with Wolf, but Wolf is on his out lap, and he's set a fit of medium, so Alex is the highest hard starter. Wait, have I got that right? No, Demon Racing was Demon Racing. He's in the pits and he's retired. So who shall we stay on board with? Pure Fantasies come back to the pits. Navgosmeister. Oh, there he is. So there's Navgosmeister. I told you he was at the mediums, and he set his best lap time on the softs. Now, I know the track is evolving. I know it rained earlier on, and the temperatures are rising. But can he possibly be quicker on this set of medium tyres? Pricky's on his flying out lap. Where is Jory? He's down the back straight with Pricky. Vinny's got another attempt, so I said that he's done 2 laps. Well, he started his second lap time on the medium tyres. So do you reckon his second best lap time could be better than his first? Alright then, so go on board with... Who shall I go on board with? Pricky, because he's about to start his last flying lap. As he crosses the line, the McLaren driver. As we come down to the first corner, 50 metres, as he turn in. Let the engine do the braking. Bring it down into first, get the extra rotation of the car, work your way up to the throttle, but he's on medium traction control. The Pure Fantasies, his lap time is over. He's did a 32.5. A 10th up in the first sector, that's always a good sign. The track is definitely evolving, so I believe Navgosmeister can actually do it. Let's go on board with him, see if he gets quicker than his sector 1 time. 2 tenths down, but it is the first sector and you can gain more time in second and third, so we'll not judge it on that lap time yet. We'll stay on board with Pricky. Where's Jory? He's down in 5th place. Same place as Pricky. He's 700s up on his lap time, so 3/4 of a tenth up on his lap time. Who's going to get pole position? I don't think Navgormeister can do it. Or can he? I didn't really look at his second set time because it disappeared. Alex, by the way, has joined the front row with Pricky, so he's got up in second place. Interestingly, he exited the first corner. Oh no, he's retired from the session. Oh, I don't think he crashed because he retired on the straight. So I think he knows that he can't improve his lap time. But Pricky can. It's a 31.4 and he goes on pole position. But where's Jory? Jory's on 4th place, so he can't beat pole position's lap time. So Pricky is on pole for McLaren. Good lap time from him. Alex, by the way, I think he has struggled early on in the races, but he's in second place, so good effort from him in the Mercedes. Jory Games is joined his second row with his teammate. Houseman in 5th place. He's still on a lap time, is he? He's running out of fuel and he's running out of EOS. I don't think, no he isn't. He's crossed the line. So that's qualifying session done. That was an interesting qualifying session with the rain earlier on. I was thinking to myself, will the conditions improve because people opted to go on the mediums or hards, and Demon Racing got knocked out of the top 10 on the hards, but that's a good lap time. So will he go to the mediums? And I will be back in about 2 minutes time, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, I'm back. It's going to be an interesting Chinese Grand Prix with the safety cars kicking in. Can strategy play a part? Because I know those 4 guys are on the soft compound tyres, the top 4. Is Houseman on the softs? I don't know. Oh, yes, so the top 5, and look at that, 6 down to 18th on the mediums, including Safai. Safai, he's just joined the session. He wasn't in qualifying, but he's at the back. Did he? I don't know if you can choose a setup if you're in 20th place, but anyways, the top 5. So safety cars can be a factor around this track. See many crashes happen through here, or on this part of the track. There can be that bank down right-hander at turn 13 and 14. So if it comes to play for these guys on the softs, they need a good start, pull away, and when the safety car comes out, they can possibly extend their tyre life to where the mediums have to pit. 10 or 12, is that too much to ask for the softs? They need a hell of a lot of safety cars and the virtuals, because if they pit on lap 5, where will they drop to? Depending on the pace on the medium guys started from 6th to 18th, they need to pull out a mega stint on these soft tyres. They're going to do a 2-stop. If they do softs to hards, that'll well, the 2-stop, 1-stop is definitely quicker, should I say. The 2-stop is probably not worth it. One guy has been disqualified from the formation lap, and who is it? It's Alfa Romeo. I can't figure out which one it is. Kyle, so he's been disqualified from the formation lap. So I don't know what he did, because there's only one guy. If he hits someone, they should join with him. So he must have made a mistake on his own. Alright then, the final corner. going to be an interesting start. One guy, by the way, I forgot to mention, down in 19th place, I can't pronounce his name, but he's on the hard tyres. The only guy top to go on the hard, so he'll be expect him to stay out much longer than everybody else. So yeah, line up for, oh, one guy's out of place. That Houseman, he's out of place. Okay, that's a bit weird. He will start down in 5th. Well, he will start out of his pit box. But anyways, don't know why that's happened. Anyways, though, is he back in shape? No, he isn't. He waits the lights to go off. Is he still there? Yes, he is. Not really the camera angle I want. I want a long distance one. Lights out, away we go then. Who gets a better start? The Toro Rosso's got bobbed down at the start. He's had a terrible start during games. And where's he gone down to? He's gone down to 6th place. But side by side goes Alex and Pricky. Pricky's around the outside. And Alex has got 2 on the inside. But he goes out wide into turn 2 and 3. He's got it back. But he has the inside line covered. And he's into 1st place. But anything going down through the field. We've got a 3-way battle. It's Jury, Wolf and Pure Fantasies. And Jury's down into 7th place after that bad start. And we've already got yellow flags. It's set to 1 and 2. A Pure Fantasy will go around the outside into turn 6. Can he make it though? There's 3 wide down into turn 6 as well. There's both Ferraris and the Toro Rosso. But has the Ferrari got ahead of the Toro Rosso? No, he hasn't. Yes, he has now. But what about the car ahead? Wolf on Pure Fantasies. No, he hasn't. He will stay behind. But further back, the Williams trying to go the long way round on Jory Games. Jory Games is absolutely struggling here. So far trying to go down. Look at the McLaren around the outside. Demon Racing, he's trying to do it. Oh, he gets squeezed off. But no, he wasn't going to make that. He's going to disappear into a wedge. So he probably should have backed out of it. Timmers. The Williams goes out wide into turn 4 to 12. Now the side by side to a place I wouldn't dare to. But anyways, anything happen at the front, we need to focus on that. Look at the cars coming in one shot. But that was Ryan Webb who made a mistake. The Toro Rosso and the Mercedes go side by side now. Down into turn 14. The Toro Rosso has the inside line. Can he do the switch back? The Mercedes, he will try to. Yes, he can because he breaks deep. And Alex is through on the Toro Rosso. But anything goes behind. But the same Mercedes versus Ferrari. Coming to the final corner. The Mercedes gets back in his place. As we all navigate ourselves safely into turn lap 2. I don't know who was that getting out of shape. Has someone gone into the pits? I don't know if someone disappeared into the pits or not, but that's Racing Point versus Toro Rosso. Oh! The Red Bull turns into him and he gets it and he's crashed. And there's a car behind. The Racing Point goes off the track as well. And the other Racing Point avoids him as Ryan Webb comes into the pits. I thought a driver came to the pits. So, Demon Racing. Oh, he wasn't involved in that crash, it was Boy. I think the Renault turned into him. And there's massive mayhem going through the midfield here. And the Red Bull. Will he make that on the inside? But no, he hits the back of the Red Bull boy. And he gets a better exit. Houseman, he's got front wing damage. He's slowing down. So things are going bad for Houseman. He's on the softs as well. But anyways, back at the front, Alex is still behind Pricky. Pricky managed to get back on him to turn 3 and 4. And he goes out wide into his braking as well, so he'll compromise himself coming onto the straight and he will be bobbed down from North Grossmeister. But Alex has gone wide. That allows Pricky to get a good launch out turn 13. And they will both go side by side. We'll go on board with Finley. They're both on the softs here. Can Alex go down the inside? Yes, he will. But he outbreaks himself. North Grossmeister does the switch back. And he's made it through into 2nd place. Good move from the Toro Rosso driver. Anything go down further through the field? There possibly will be. No. Ryan Webb started 20th place. A lowly race for him yet again. I Am Safari is just at the fastest lap. 11th place. So he's made up 9 places, has Safari. And Houseman's in the pit. So he's made up a massive 9 places. To keep it out of all the carnage behind him. Or in front of him, shall I say. Come through turn 6. Mercedes versus Toro Rosso. Don't go down the inside. Oh no, it's a late move. I thought he would have done that, Ben, but thankfully he stayed behind. The Red Bull almost hit the back of Tibbets. And that is the guy that started 20th place. Because he didn't make it for qualifying. But he's been in the race at least. And he's up into 11th place. And Houseman rejoins back in 20th place, so it's not been a good race for him. He started 5th place, but look at the train we got to here. It's lap 3, so I expect some more overtaking to happen. Oh no, the Williams and Mercedes have touched, but the Williams of Philly goes down on Alex. Side pod touching. And the Renault's all over the back of him now. Those soft tyres must be wearing out for him. I did mention the tyre wear is not really good on the softs. What the? Oh no, no! Oh, don't! Oh, thankfully he hasn't collected his teammate because he's about to. And Chris goes down the inside on the other Mercedes. Who's that? That's Pricky. He's gone off the track. Oh no, the Williams has spun. That Williams has spun. Chris is around. What is going on in this track? Pricky, he's lost control of the car. The tyres are overheating. Massive mayhem. And he comes to pits, Chris, as well. But there's more actually going on behind with the Racing Point and the Renault. Demon Race is also involved in that battle. And around the outside he goes into turn 1. Can he make it? Oh, they both made contact, but not enough to cause any major damage. Now he does a little bit of a switch back on him. And he hits the Renault as well. And Alex got a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Why is Alex in the pit? Says he's come to an end on the softs. Oh yeah, because he's the one that spun, that's why. So much action on lap 4. And Ryan Webb's just set the fastest lap down in 18th place. Demon Racing maintains 14th place at the moment, but he needs to go back up to the top of the field because they look like they're going to have a battle soon enough. North Grovmeister is not the only guy, his teammates on the softs as well, so both Toro Rossos are the only drivers to stay on the softs and not make any incidents. So those soft tyres must indicate that they're dying straight away. And Timothy's got past Safai. Safai's a little bit. Oh, he's spun. Probably need to wait for the long game. It is only lap 4. They're making optimistic moves into places that they really shouldn't fight, but it's raced at least, and more yellow flags down there, and it is Safari who spun again. Demon Racing versus Boy, and he will head down the inside. Jesus. But anyway, the gap is 2 tenths at the front, and there's Finley trying to make a move on North Grovmeister. They both go side by side into turn 1 and 2, but I don't think North Grovmeister has the grip, or has he got the grip? No, he hasn't. So he's down in 2nd place. It's his lap 5, and I expect him to pit soon. So Finley is now the new race leader of this Grand Prix, and Pricky versus Ryan Webb. Did he just force him off the track? Pricky went off the track there, I saw. Well, I think there's going to be an incident happening soon, which I don't want to see, but anyways, we'll start a ball with him. He wants the inside. Oh yes, that's never going to work out, is it? Many incidents happen in this race. Drivers are being hot-headed. Alex versus Chris for 19th place. Easy move. Yeah, so not really going well at this Chinese Grand Prix so far. Many incidents have happened. No safety cars because there's not one to be needed. Because no one's properly crashed out. They've just spun. So will North Grovmeister pit this lap? He is losing time on those soft tyres. There's Pure Fantasies. And North Grovmeister's got DRS as well off the Williams in front of him, and down the inside goes Pure Fantasy. Yellow's down in sector 2. That's the Red Bull. That is the Red Bull of Safai. He has spun yet again. Yeah, there he is in the pits then. So his soft tyres are crying enough for help as they're dying out. Mercedes versus Ferrari in a straight. Can he go around the outside? Oh yes he can. That's a lovely move from Wolf. He's up into 3rd place on the podium, and yellow flags. That's the Red Bull again of Safai. Not having a good race, is he? And he's left the session, so he hasn't retired, he's left. And there's yellow flags down there yet again. That is Safai. Ooh. He made up the most places, and now he's dropped. Yellow flags down in sector 3. That's the Williams of Chris. He's gone for another spin. Where's that? That's the straight into it. How did he do that? Anyways, his teammate, there we've got one Williams in last and the other one in 1st place. I'm used to seeing the Williams at the back, but not at the front of the race. And Joey Game stayed out because his teammate previously the lap before has pitted. Nice indigo colour. I love that colour of his helmet. There it is. And he's got Timmets behind him. Timmets is in the points in 6th place, so he's the only driver on the soft tyres so far. He should pick this lap. Hopefully he does. That's what I love about Div 2. Loads of drama happening. Loads of overtakes. They don't wait, do they? They just go for it. And there is Timmets going on the Toro Rosso. He has nothing against him to defend. All 20 drivers are still in this race. Well, 19 of them. And he's missed his braking point. And Joey hasn't taken advantage of that. Will he come to the pits this lap? Yes, it does. Any more battles going on further behind? Where will he rejoin, in fact? So no more battles going on at the moment, at least. Yes, there is. Houseman versus the Racing Point, Dog Orbs. He's got good overspeed on the Racing Point. Will he go for it? No. Best to stay back. You don't want to make a lunge when the drivers are not expecting it. The Racing Point is saving a lot of EOS though for the main part of the track. He's put it down into 2, interestingly, despite being attacked from the car behind. So he's saving his EOS effectively. Also made a mistake in turn 1-2. Kyle, though, in 8th place, is about to have a fight with Wolf in front of him. That's not Wolf. EOR, I can't pronounce his name properly. I'll call him PL. And thing is though, if he gets closer, he could have DRS off of Laurie Quee, and of course the slipstream train, making it difficult for Kyle to get past. Nima Race has also got DRS number. Look at his DRS though, he needs to start saving that, otherwise he's not going to have any power down the straight. Too far behind. Novgorod Meister, look at that, the Renault Toro Rosso a Racing Point. And I think Novgorod Meister actually prevented Boy to try and make a cutback on him by parking in the middle of the car, road shall I say. And he's up into 10th place, back in the points again, but he is doing the 2-stop. So he needs to push as hard as he can on this set of tyres and his next to make his 2-stop work on his strategy. No safety cars came out, not even a virtual one, which I expected to be, but someone will crash later. Houseman on the back of Dog Orbs again. And the McLaren's just got one, and that's Pricky. Racing Point, soon known to be Aston Martin in 2021. And the Red Bull, I think, has lost their main sponsorship with Aston Martin. I don't know yet. And, oh, did someone just make a mistake? Yes, Wolf has just made a mistake. He's safely back on the track though. I don't know if he picked up too much throttle and made the car snap of oversteer. Oh, Smoking Bandit's up into 4th place. Where did he start? He didn't start inside the top 10, did he? How do I check it again? Oh, he started in... Oh, yes, he did start the top 10. There's PL going on the inside off Laurie Quee. Hold by camera angle, didn't need to look at that. And nice defending from PL. And he's up into 6th place. Oh, they both spin! No, they don't both spin. It is Laura Quee who spins. Wolf has just managed to save it. Demon Racing is all over the back of him though. It wasn't any of their fault. It's a bit too happy throttle on the exit. They're on the hard tyres though. I think both of them are. No, one's on the mediums. It reminds me of PSG when Try and Catch did it. On the last lap on the last corner. A nice move from Demon to get up into 6th place, but will he go down the inside into turn 6? Yes, he will. This is nice racing. Rubber is racing, as they say. Timot's up into 5th ahead of his team, well, behind his teammate. So both Ferraris are in comfortable position, 4th and 5th. Both having a good race. Timot started in 12th place, his teammate started 10th, and PL has just made up the most places. He's just up into 6th place. Finley started in 7th place. Who's dropped the most places? It is Pricky and Alex. They both dropped 16 places. And Demon Racing will have DRS on the back of a PL. Should be easy move from the McLaren driver. Should be an easy move. He goes defensive, and it is an easy move. And he's up into. Well, Navgov made a move on the Alfa Romeo, Loriqui. So he's up into 6th place. Is Demon Racing. I want a safety car to bunch the whole field up again. Oh, and the McLaren's got off the track. That's Pricky. His teammate did that last time. But what's wrong with that corner? Maybe taking a bit too much throttle or having so much understeer in the car. As Toro Rosso has just had the fastest lap. Joey Gaines in 13th place. Not much actually going on here, but except from these guys. The thing is though, if these guys keep battling, they will have Novgorod on the back of them soon. He's on fresh air tyres, all 3 of them. As I mentioned, where did he start? He was the only guy to start the hard, wasn't he? He's not made a stop yet, has he? No, he hasn't. So he was the only guy to start the hard tyres. It's working out for him so far, down in 17th place. And he started in, where did he start? Let me think about it now. 19th place. And he's up into 7th. So this race has worked out for him so far. Not worked out for the soft runners whatsoever. This is what happened. The soft runners didn't really have a good race at all. They dropped massively behind. I remember in another league race, the league races before, where people have started the softs and they dropped massively. So that's the lesson learned for next race if they have a Chinese Grand Prix. And Finley has pitted, shall I say, along with the Smoking Bandit. So that's the end of their hard stint, medium stint. So Pure Fantasies will take over this race ahead of Wolf. Tibbetts down in 3rd. Kyle on the back of PL. Where will they rejoin? So Navgov has undercutted them, and he's rejoins in 10th. But Boy, he will have cold tyres at the moment, and Boy will be on the back of him, and he'll bring his crew with him, Kefman and Jory Games. Kefman's gone very wide, but interesting line from Kefman, and Jory's got through. So Jory has got through on the Renault. Will Boy try to make a move? No, he won't. He'll stay back. So I wonder when these drivers are going to pit. Pure Fantasies and Wolf. And Timmons is on the podium position at the moment. His teammates pitted. Timmons' pace has improved a lot. Remember down in Div 1 he was down in 17th, 18th. Now he's scoring some good points though. But he needs to look after his ERS. So he still needs to think tactically wise. He should probably put it down into 2-1 because it's unnecessary to use it. So he needs to focus on his ERS savings. And Boy is about to get overtaken by Jory Games. And Pure Fantasy's got a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So he will make another stop, so we'll have to serve that after the race. Not serve it, but added 5 seconds at the end of this race. And a nice move from Jory. He's up into 11th place. De Garbs is still behind Houseman. And Pricky's about to get overtaken by Alex. He's all in the back of him. Oh no, we've got yellow flags. Who is it? Who is it? Who's caused it? He's outbraked himself, Alex, and Pricky's got through. Heavy braking zone down into turn 14, and it's allowed Pricky to get back at him. But Alex has got DRS and less ERS than Pricky. Try and make it two. Oh my goodness, they both make contact. But Pricky saves it. And Alex has got through. Pricky won't be happy about that, and he forces Alex to position back. He wasn't happy about that one. I don't blame him. And he forced his way through back into 16th place. By Kyle, he is 4/10 behind PL. So when is this overtake going to happen? What about the others? Wolf is coming to the pits. Will Timmons coming to the pits to this lap. Demon's locked up into the corner. So has PL. I think I should try no ABS. Demon stayed out. Who else is in the pits? So Timmons has got a penalty for speeding in the pits. So as the drivers get back in their place, Finley's up into 4th place. So the guys ahead of him have not stopped, and that's Demon Racing, PL and Kyle down in 3rd place. So Finley's all over the back of Kyle on his brand new set of hard tyres. So Timmons has rejoined in 11th. Looking to make the move to put him under pressure. Try and force him into an error in turn 6. And Timmons is joining 11th. Who else pitted with him? I can't remember now. The Smoky Bandits in 9th place. So there's a little bit of a DRS drain going on with Kyle, Finley and Novgodmeister. Remember, he started on the soft tyres and he's behind both of them. Will Finley try and make it down the inside here? He needs to be careful though. He has. This will bring up an opportunity for Novgodmeister to overtake Kyle. Has he got DRS? I think he has. Finley hasn't got it, so Kyle definitely has, but there's Joy Games alongside him. Easy for him, but Kyle, he gets back in the place. I thought he was going to try and make him move back on him. Joy Games got DRS on the back of Smoking Bandit, but too far back to make any sort of threat to him. Meanwhile, this is going on for quite a long while. The Gorbs and Houseman are still at it. Will he make a move down the inside? Try it, if he can try it. He is, he's down into turn 14 with go. And he has made the move up into 13th place. And Pricky versus Alex. Oh no, oh! That's a double move from Alex, isn't it? He moved one way, then he tried to move back the other. These two are racing hard. Remember, these two make mistakes in turn 1. These two are not like happy with each other whatsoever. Oh no, yellows are set to 1. Who is it? Oh no. Can't really check it. There's a battle going on. This could be a crash happening. Hopefully not. But I wonder who the yellow flags were for though. Hard racing these two. After making a collision in lap 1. Well, turn 1. A few laps before. Down into turn 6. Alex goes defensive. He knows he don't want to give that position up. Anyways, back into the lead. Battle's about to happen between Finley and PL. Remember, PL started 19th place and up into 1st. He could do with a safety car right now, as he will go around the long way round. Will really try to do a little bit of cutback on him. They both outbrake themselves, and PL is able to stay ahead of him. Really needs to be careful not to get penalties at the final corner. I don't think he'll make an overtake because he put it down into 0, so we'll go back on board with the other drivers. Degars versus Kyle. Pricky versus Alex. This is going to get heated up between those two. It seems like Pricky's able to save more EOS than Alex, because look at Alex's EOS on 10%. He goes defensive again on the inside, but I think that'll be a bit of a lunge if he did it. And Finley's got past PL. He done it at turn 6, so must have got a good exit out of turn 3-4. Anyways, between these two, I want to stay aboard with these two because it could get really feisty as they both touch each other. I know Sam Gamer will be watching this. Oh, he touches him again. And they both touch again. And again. And Alex has got through on Pricky, but they're still side by side coming into turn 6. We enjoyed this battle, but it could get heated up, and he's got a penalty for corner cutting, and he's just took Alex off the track as well. Alex won't be happy about that one. The thing is though, Ryan Webb's coming on the back of him. And PL was looking about making a move. Oh, the Renault! I thought I hit the back of it, but PL was about to make a move on the Toro, so they thought better of it. And Smokey Bandit, Novgorod-Meister's got past him finally, or has he? He prevents him from doing the cutback, they both touch. It was quite a smart thinking from Bandit because he broke to the middle of the corner. He's defending well here. He prevented him from doing the cutback. And now he has DRS number. The Smoking Bandit was saving DRS. And Demon Race is just at the fastest lap around. The outside goes Jury. Nice move on the Bandit. Has he got it covered? Has he got it done? I think now he has. It is difficult around turn 1, 2 and 3, 4 to try and race there. Alex versus Pricky. I think they both make contact, but look at Ryan Webb. Oh, he's going to spin for sure. No, no, no. Oh dear me. If safety car because of these two are for sure. Ryan Webb trying to get past him. Got to do it quick though, because you don't want to get in a fight between these two. He's stuck in the middle of a heated battle. Alex will want to come back at him and want revenge off him. Can he do it down into turn 6? He gets on the grass down the inside into turn 6. Can he do it? No. Stays behind him. But I think PL is about to fight Novgorod-Meister. Yes, he is. And down the inside goes PL. Go on board with Pure Fantasies. And Novgorod-Meister hangs around the outside and he's got it. He stays ahead. And Ryan's overtaken Pricky. And who shoots off into the pits? That was PL. No safety cars happened yet. I did tell him not to crash before the race, but I want a safety car to bunch them all up again and have a second chance at this race. Interesting battle going on for 5th place. Demon Racing. Can he sneak through on the inside? Yes, he has. Smoking Bandit converts into the inside line. And Demon is ahead. Meanwhile, further back, well, I think the battle's done now between Pricky and Alex. Although he has got out wide. And he still has DRS on the back of Ryan. The Renault in the background will probably get a warning for that, going wide at the final corner. There is Finley in first place ahead of Pure Fantasy. Novgorod-Meister is in 3rd ahead of Wolf. Jury's in 5th ahead of Demon Racing. Meanwhile, going back on board with these two. I don't think he'll get him, he's too far back to make him, but Pure Fantasies will go defensive on the inside. In the background I can see the 2 Ferraris and the McLaren and the Toro Rosso. Jura Games is under threat from Demon behind him. Hopefully the 2 Ferraris don't crash each other out. And Demon will try to go around the outside, but can Jury stay with him? Oh, not enough room, but Jury's ahead. That's a good move from Jury Games and Demon Racing. Meanwhile, Timmins is on the back of the Smoking Bandit. Both Ferraris are going at it in 7th and 8th, along with the McLaren and Jury Games. As both groups decide to go side by side. Oh no, Jury's made a mistake and he's got out wide. The Smoking Bandit's mirrored his move and Timmins is on the inside. But there's 2 battles going at once. I want to check, I can't spectate both. Not finished with each other yet. Jury Games has to conceal the place from Demon Racing. And Timmins has to stay behind the Smoking Bandit as Harsman's in the pits again. And meanwhile, Alex is caught up to the back. Oh, yellow flag's set to 3. And it's gone rather quickly. Joey Gates is still on the back of Demon Race and he'll have DRS on that straight. So does the two Ferraris have collided. I told them not to crash into each other and that's exactly what they did. Have they got any damage? Did Timmins outbrake himself again? Into turn 11. Hopefully they've got no damage, but Joey Games, they both have low EOS and Joey Gates pulls out of the slipstream to go down the inside into turn 14. McLaren stays alongside him, but can he do his little bit of a switchback? Joey Gates does outbrake himself. McLaren will have a better exit and he does, and he's ahead. Timmins versus Bandit. No, no. Oh, that's gone to I don't want to swear. What should I say? I don't know what to say from that. Well, that ain't good to plan at all from the two Ferraris. They both collided twice. They were having a good race, but Timmins and Bandit have collided. Yellow's set to 3, and it's the Mercedes. Is that Alex? Yes, he's been put in the wall, and he's got a yellow, not a yellow front wing. He's lost half of his front wing. So did he make contact with Pricky again? Not many crashes happening. So a bit of heated words between Timmins and Bandit. They won't be happy with each other. No retirements, where do I join? Hello there buddy, how dare someone dislike the stream? Someone disliked it? Hello Cohen. Yeah, no retirements so far mate. So Alex got into the soft compound tyres. There's like 9 laps to go in this race. The Russian Grand Prix was more better than this, but the Chinese Grand Prix doesn't always put on a show like it used to. 2016 was one of the best races. Unfortunately, the Chinese Grand Prix will happen because of the coronavirus outbreak. It will happen, I think, but I think they will delay it. But Joey Gates got past Laurie Quay. We'll have to find out what will happen. If North Godmeister's set the fastest lap, he's up into 7th place. He's already made his pit stop, and he's comfy in 7th. And he's up, and he's 2 tenths behind as well. So he's in that DRS train between Timmins, PL, and the more these guys fight, the more Smoking Bandit will have his revenge. Those two make contact, and North Godmeister has got past the Haas teammate, or Haas shall I say. Whereas Smoking Bandit will have his opportunity to catch back up and get revenge on Timmins. The comments on the live stream didn't really pop up for some reason. It wasn't not really working for some reason. Someone has disliked the stream, but I don't care. Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on those 3 drivers then, because they're the only ones that are battling at the moment. Timmins, Navgormeister and PL. Can Smoking Bandit catch up back to that group? Timmins will have to defend master. He's trying to break the slipstream off both of them, and he will be vulnerable because he's saving it. Look at the power of that Haas. Oh, this could be a contact here. 3, no! Oh, that's never gonna work. That's never gonna work. And Timmins has just lost 2 places in 1 corner. He was saving the EOS because he was the Smoking Bandit's gone wide. He was saving the EOS because the car was flashing at the back of the car. That red flashing means they're saving the EOS. Joey Gaines should just set the fastest lap again. The Garb's looking to make a move around outside of Kyle. Really good race for Chris. Where did he start? He did start in the top 10, I know he did, but he's not had a good race whatsoever. He's lost 4 places. He didn't start in the top 10, that must have been the other Williams. Alex though, disappointed for him. He started in 2nd place, he's down in 19th. So those guys down there needs to focus on their strategy a bit more, because the soft mediums, the 2-star wasn't really worth it. was hoping the safety car to punch up the field, but that's not going to happen. I really wanted a fight happen between the top guys, but looks like the gap's consistent on the top three. Hoping for another Smoking Bandit versus Timmers as he's gone wide through turn 13. Shall I say. Smoking Bandit's gone out wide again. I must think he's got front wing damage for some reason. He might have a bit of front wing damage. As you saw in the background, the Garbs is under pressure from Kyle, but not any attempt to make it down into turn 1. He's too far back. And Kefman versus Houseman. Down into turn 14. Can he get his braking spot on? Both made contact. That's fair enough racing. But oh, Kefman, I think Houseman let him pass because he knew that was well, it was a bit aggressive from him, so he let him pass. So good sportsmanship for Houseman there. It was a good move, but he didn't want to crash into him. Wasn't the plan anyways, but it was a good move from him. He didn't have to do that. Alex versus Chris, they're both coming to be lapped, so they must get out of the way as quick as possible. Timmins got DRS to the back of PL, but he's too far back to make any move, and he's losing the DRS. So he needs to focus on saving the DRS. Dodos the Smoking Bandit, and someone has made a mistake, and that is Alex. So looks like there could be no safety car, surprisingly. I thought this track would be difficult, but turns out not. Surprisingly, all 20 drivers are still here. Well, I think 2 of them are left. I was expecting a massive DRS train behind on that back straight, but it's only been a few and it hasn't lasted long. Meanwhile, Finley's comfortable in the lead, 3.2 second gap over Pure Fantasy. We've got Alex right in front of him. That's distracted if I was a driver like him. Oh, I thought that was Finley then. That's Chris making a mistake. As he gets out of the way, Chris. Houseman's in the pits, probably go for that fastest lap. I don't know if you can score the top 10 if you have the fastest lap. Ryan's got past Laurie. What is that happening? Down in 12th place. And Boy has made the overtake. I thought he would crash into him, but thankfully he didn't. He almost hit the back of him as they approached turn 7 and 8. It looks like it could be a battle between these two, Laurie Quee and Ryan Webb. Ryan Webb will go defensive and try to break the slipstream. Meanwhile, the Gobs and Carl are going at it. Can't get a better exit than Ryan Webb. He'll stay behind him. And the Gobs around the outside into turn 1. Can't do it. Oh, but yes he can, because Kyle's gone out wide. Now they go both side by side into turn 3 and 4. And he still can't do it. Well, they're still side by side. Oh. Ryan, he's gone off the track. I don't know what happened there. Did he brake? Did he shift down the gears too early? He stays in 11. He stays in 12th place, thankfully. Or did Laurie hit the back of him? I don't know, but anyways, they're both safely back on track. Jory's behind him as well, so Jory's catching up. He was on that 2-stop, remember? So his tyres are much fresher, especially at the Garbs. He's been on those tyres for 18 laps. He's got out wide, he's put him under pressure, he's put him into a mistake. Turn 11, he missed his braking zone, coming to turn 12 and 13. Easy on the throttle, half throttle now, full power on the straight. And Chris has got a time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. Kyle's going to have to make a double defend move from both of these drivers. Down the inside goes Jory on the Garbs, he's done it. Next target is Kyle. Kefman versus, where is he? Boy, he's just told me he's made an overtake on him. The Garb's got a penalty. Kyle saving the US on the straight. He's vulnerable from Jory down the inside. Has he done it? Yes, he has. He has done it. Up into 9th place. The Smoking Bandit's 4.1, so he is losing time between himself and Timmins, so he won't be catching him up. I think he has got a little bit of football damage, but I don't think it's noticeable on the car. Anyways, those two will be having words and they won't be happy. Not been the best race so far, but some guys have put on the show. As Houseman says, the fastest lap. There's 3 guys on the softs, so Chris is also on them softs, so he'll try and go for the fastest lap. Yet again, the Garbs goes wide. Alex is in the pits, he's changed his front wing. Kevin versus Boyd in 15th place, all over the back of him. The Garbs is not 7/10 behind. Where is the Garbs? He's in 11th place. There he is on Kyle. Actually surprised no incidents have happened so far. There has been accidents, but not enough to cause a safety car. Meanwhile, Kefman is still on the back of Garbs. The Garbs. No, Boy, sorry. His Racing Point teammate. And he's just gone on the grass as well, so make it difficult for him to overtake. And PL is on the back of Noggermeister. They're both, well, relatively the same age tyre, only 1 lap older. Doesn't make a difference, but these two are going to fight. Remember, PL started in 19th place, remember? So he's made up 13 places, and he can take 5th place away from Noggermeister. Unless penalties are involved, which I don't think they are. Houseman's back into the pits. So really go for that fast lap is Houseman. Not enough overspeed to try and catch up to Noggermeister. Locks up during the process. I should try the ABS for some time. I've been trying it, but it's a bit too difficult for me. This should be easy for the Garbs. And there he is, made the move. Can Kyle, well, he will try and fight back on down the inside into turn 14. I think the Alfa Romeo broke later than him, and he, yes he has, so Kyle hasn't worked that out so far, and then Doug Garbs is up into the 10th place, and he snatches the final point away from Kyle. Laurie Creed's in the pits for some reason, so is he going to go for that fastest lap? Nothing happened. It's lap 27. This hasn't been one of the best races, but at least everybody's still in the race. We've had some action going on so far, but not for the fight for the top 3. So lesson learned for those who started the softs. Don't start the softs. It's mediums to hards. I know you tried a different strategy, but it's not going to work out unless the safety cars come into play, which you probably thought, but unfortunately it didn't. As long, oh, rain. But it's towards the end of the race, so I don't think it will affect many drivers. Don't think the safety car will go out between 2 laps to go. Rain has started to come into play as Demon's missed his braking point. I hope it gets very heavy dramatically, but I don't think that'll happen. I want to see some action going on the track. Hausberg gets a penalty for corner cutting. Oh yes, there's already been yellow set to 3. Hausberg's off. So he's one of the first drivers to get caught, and he's retired. Why did you retire? It's the last lap. He was down in 17th anyway, but don't think he wants to finish that last lap. So both Red Bulls are not having a good race, and they're down in 19th and 20th. I think he will classify 19th. Oh, he just hit the back of it. I think he will classify 19th because he's completed about 96% of the race. Yellow flag still is set to 1. I don't have an idea who it is unless it's a Hausberg. Oh, it's the Williams. It's the Williams. Oh, there's a crash. Is that a crash? Wait, what's that? Hey, it's the Williams of Chris. And there's still yellow flags going on. Surely this wet weather can't affect them drivers that bad. He's retired as well. So 2 drivers have gave up on the final lap. But I want to see this battle for 5th place before we head on to Finley. He's coming down into turn 13 now. 14 shall I say again, I keep messing that up. Just waiting for PL to try and make his final last lap attempt to try and overtake as the racing point comes into pits. And he will cross the line to finish in 1st place. And his yellow's down is set to 3. Francis is in 2nd place ahead of Wolf. Wolf is into 2nd place, but it looks like PL won't make a move. Always hits him, but that's it. That's his final attempt done unless Novgorod makes a mistake. DB will come across into 4th. Novgorod will be in 5th place ahead of PL. He should be happy because he started in 19th. Tibbetts down in 7th. The Smoky Bandit won't be happy with Tibbetts because of that crash they had. Both Royals still at least score, and he will finish in 8th place ahead of Jory Games. The Garbs will keep that final point. Ryan Webb versus... oh, it's a lap car, isn't it? No, Kyle. Kyle versus... who will get across the line first? Ryan! He had DRS on that straight, so Ryan will finish in 11th place. They both came close together. Laura Creed down in 13th, tried to go for that fastest lap. Who has the fastest lap in fact? It's a retired car, it's Chris. He came for the fastest lap then went. And he will find the final corner to finish in P13. Picky down in 14th, and guess what? We've got a person on the wet tyres. As he slides his way to the final line. Kefman will finish down in 15th ahead of Boy, who's on the wet tyres. He will be the last one to cross the line. He was that racing point who pitted. I don't know why he pitted, but there's a car who's that's Finley, isn't it? That's Finley. And he's going for donuts. I bet he knows he has the screen time, so he's going for donuts. Celebrating down in 16th place with some donuts. Spins through the final corner. So that's the last place runner in 16th place. Hasn't been the best of races, but hopefully we can have a good one next time out. British 1-2. So Finley finishes in 1st place ahead of Wolf in 2nd, Pure Fantasy is in 3rd ahead of Demon Racing. Novgorod is in 5th. His strategy didn't work out, but still goes 10 points ahead of his teammate. The Polish driver is in 6th ahead of Tibbetts. The Smoking Bandits in 8th ahead of Jury Games. The Garbs in 10th ahead of Ryan Webb, who had a difficult first lap. Kyle in 12th place ahead of Laurie Quee. Pricky down in 14th and had loads of penalties in fact. or 6th, I thought it said 16. Kefman's in 15th ahead of Boy, Alex in 17th, Safai in 18th, and there's your 2 DNFs, Chris and Houseman. That's it, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the Chinese Grand Prix. Hopefully we have a good one next time out. I know it's been a bit boring, but it's the way it goes sometimes. It can't be always fun in a game. So I'll see you next time out, 6:30 for the next Grand Prix. See you all later, bye bye for now.